Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV for a special program about the fixtures. The fixtures for the season are out. Yes, I know you can't believe it. The old season is only just finished, and we now have the fixture list for the 2015-16 season, which have just been released today. And I thought what we do is we take a little bit of a run through the fixture lists and see how we're going to plot our route to winning that title, because that's what we all want. We all want the title this year. So how are we going to plot our way to that? What are the games coming up? Let's take a look at them right now. First of all, I've got to explain that the season this year kind of starts a bit earlier and ends a bit earlier. And all that's because, of course, at the end of the season are the Euros, which are going to be taking place in France. So that's why the season starts very early this season and ends a little bit earlier than it did last season. So let's take a look. Arsenal's first game of the season is going to be against West Ham. Now, West Ham at home traditionally has been a very, very good game for us. We normally beat West Ham at home. That's no disrespect to them. Obviously, we don't know what sort of players they're going to be bringing in, etc. But that is going to be the first game to kick off the season. West Ham at home on Saturday, the 8th of August. Now, all the dates that have been released have all been Saturday dates. And, of course, that will change because, you know what it's like. The TV companies get stuck into it and they change dates to Sundays and early kickoffs and all kind of things. So at the moment, all the dates are showing Saturday dates. But the first game of the season will be against West Ham, followed by the next week on the 15th of August, Crystal Palace away. Then we're back home again for a tough game against Liverpool. Well, it wasn't a tough game last season against home, and if it goes like that again, we'd be more than happy. Remember, we absolutely tonked Liverpool at home last season, so we'll be hoping for another game like that. But, you know, traditionally always a difficult game when you're taking on Liverpool. So I would say that would be the first real difficult game, although Palace away is never easy. And then we've got Newcastle away on Saturday, the 29th of August. All right. So going into September, we kick off with Stoke at home again on the 12th of September. Again, usually not too bad a game for us. Away they're tough, but at home normally not too bad. And then the week after that, we take on Chelsea at home, and we would have already played Chelsea, of course, in the Community Shield just before the season starts. But this will be the real test. Where will Petr Cech be playing his football? That would be very interesting on that game. But we'll be taking on Chelsea there on the 19th, and that should be a really, really, really good game. Moving on after that, the following week after Chelsea, we play Leicester at home. So, sorry, correction, by the way. That game against Chelsea is not at home. It's away. So, away. And then we're away again the following week after that to Leicester City. And we saw Leicester City last year. They're pretty decent at their place. So, that'll be like two tough games in a row. And then we take on Manchester United. We've got Manchester United at home, and we'll be facing up, of course, to their new boys, Memphis Depay, and LVG will be bringing down his squad, and no doubt they would have added to their squad. So they'll be a pretty tough team. Remember, they beat us at home last year. I still don't know how they beat us at home, but remember, they did beat us at home last year, so we'll be looking to avenge that. And following that game, we will then go into the game against Watford away. Looking forward to that one, not too far, just down the road. Then we've got Everton at home on the 24th of October. On the 31st of October, Swansea away. Now, we got beat there twice by them last season, so we'll be looking to try to avenge that. Going into November, first week of November, the 7th of November, is the first North London derby for the year. Yeah, we'll be up against him again, Mr. Harry Kane. He did it against us last season. We definitely need to avenge that. As a matter of fact, if you check it out last season, we didn't actually beat Spurs. And now that was a very depressing sort of statistic last year, but we didn't actually beat them. We drew with them at our place, and they beat us at their place. So definitely we're going to have to do better than them against them in the North London derby. We then, on the Saturday, the 21st of November, take on West Brom away from home, and then followed by another away game against Norwich City on the 28th of November. Moving into December, we've got Sunderland at home on the 5th of December, Aston Villa away Saturday, the 12th of December. Tough game against Manchester City just before Christmas on the 19th of December, so that'll be the last game before Christmas. Then on Boxing Day, we've got Southampton away. Oh, that's a long trip on Boxing Day. You know what I mean? When your head's pounding from the day before. But yeah, Boxing Day, Southampton away. And then Arsenal versus Bournemouth. We got them at home on Monday, the 28th of December. So again, not too bad a December. Not too bad. Going into January, though, this is looking like, of all the months I've looked at, this is looking like a very tough month going into January. We've got a lot of tough games in there. We kick it off with Newcastle at home on the 2nd of January. Shouldn't be too bad. But then after that, it's followed up with Liverpool away, which is always a tough place to go to, no matter what kind of Liverpool you're playing against. But always tough to go to Anfield. We got a draw up there last year. Followed by the week after that with Stoke away. Right, and we all know how tough a time we've had at Stoke over the years, so that's going to be tough. And then on the 23rd of January, we've got Chelsea at home. So that is a very, very difficult month indeed. You know what I mean? Two really difficult away games, and then Chelsea at home. So 3 games there that they could be defining games for the season. Going into February. 2nd of February, we've got Southampton at home. Then on the 6th of February, Bournemouth away. I was hoping that we'd get Bournemouth away towards the end of the season when it was warm, either at the start of the season, like August time when it was hot, a nice trip, or at the end of the season, we go and get Bournemouth in February when it's probably going to be freezing cold down there. So no nice day by the seaside for us. Followed by on the 13th, Saturday the 13th of February, day before Valentine's. So I bet a lot of us will be hoping that it stays on the Saturday and they don't switch it to the Sunday. Arsenal playing Leicester at home. And then the next fixture, there's a bit of a gap. But on the 27th of February, Manchester United away. So not a bad month. Of course, very difficult game away to Manchester United at the end of February. Going into March now. We've got Swansea at home on the 1st of March, followed by Tottenham away, 2nd North London derby on Saturday the 5th of March. Saturday the 12th of March, we've got West Brom at home. And then on the 19th of March, Everton away, which is always a tough game. But again, not that bad. Not too bad at all. We then go into April. And we're starting to get into the running now. So you can class this as the running, because as I said, second week in May is when the season finishes. So this is more or less now what we're talking about, our running till the end of the season. So Saturday, the 2nd of April, Arsenal versus Watford. The 9th of April, we've got West Ham away. Done very well over there over the years, so it shouldn't be too bad. Saturday, the 16th of April, Crystal Palace at home, definitely winnable. Very good, strong against them at home. Then on the 23rd of April, Sunderland away. Tricky, but we've done very well away at Sunderland over the past couple of years. Followed by on the 30th of April, we've got Norwich at home. So far, that running, if we're close, that running there in April is looking good. There's definitely loads and loads of winnable games there. However, our last 2 games look like this. And, well, it's one game in particular that stands out in that running, and that's on Saturday, the 7th of May, Manchester City away. We did beat them there last year, don't forget. We beat them there, but it's always a very, very tough place to go to. And if we're going into that needing a victory or needing something out of the game, that's going to be a very, very tough game. Manchester City away. And then the last game of the season, bit like the last game of the season this year, but was in the FA Cup, will be Aston Villa at home. So you would have thought that if we're there or thereabouts and we need a victory, we could get that against Villa at home. So let me just focus again on that running. I'll focus again on that running, right? So it's Watford, this is April. This is so the last 6 games of our season are Watford at home, West Ham away, Palace at home, Sunderland away, Norwich at home, Man City away, Villa at home. I'd be plotting, if I was Arsene Wenger, I'd be saying, listen, let's be in that fight. Let's be in that fight going into that run-in. Because with that run-in, you could definitely see us put in a string of games together where we could go on a run and possibly bring home the big one, the one that we all want to see. And that is the season finishing off with Arsene Wenger holding up the trophy for the first in a very, very long time. So that's the fixture list for 2015, 2016. What do you think of that fixture list? I think, you know what, it's pretty balanced. We've had seasons where we've gone into months where we're up against Liverpool one week, United the next week, Chelsea the week after that. It's a pretty balance. Of course, you've got to throw into the fact that you're going to have FA Cup games in there. You're going to have Champions League games in there that, you know, starts to make it a bit more trickier. But that's where Arsenal's squad needs to come into full effect. So that's the fixture list for 2015-16. What do you think? Do you think that that fixture list gives us a very good chance of having a very good punt at the title? Leave it in the comments below and let me know. Arsenal Fan TV, thanks for watching.